Hey guys, it's Sean Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. Wanted to jump on because right now, today, we have Facebook Live number 20. I've done a lot of lives with this young lady over here, but we are getting back in the swing of things as far as getting in video collaborations. Video collaborations help businesses across the board. If you're not doing video collaborations, you're not going to help yourself grow your business. It's so key today. And I will going to jump on, get Robert. I'm going to add you right now. And we will get started. Santina, thanks so much for jumping in and watching our live. James Harris, thanks so much for checking us out. There he is. You hear me, Robert?
Yes.
I hear you. There you go. Flip it now.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do this. I think this is, there we go. Perfect. All
There
right.
you go.
Much better. How are you?
Good stuff.
What's going on, brother? Good.
Good, man. How are
good.
you?
Doing good.
Thanks for taking some time to
Yeah,
go
glad
live,
to help,
man.
Glad to help. Cool.
So please, I did a little teaser. I shared with my community who you are, but give us a little snippet of what you're all about, what your business is all about, and how we can help you grow your business. And that's what
Sure.
this is all
Well, I'll give you a
about.
little bit of a backstory. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I had a relatively successful cleaning and restoration business there from about 2005 to 2013. Sold the business and then moved to New York. I decided to just take a little bit of downtime. I did, and ended up starting as a minority partner in a disaster restoration firm. We grew from scratch, developed marketing systems in place, some direct response marketing systems, operational things to make it more efficient, similar to what I'd done back in Pennsylvania. And we grew pretty fast. And I sold my interest in the business back at the end of December of last year. I had been kind of hands off for the most part for the last 6 months prior to that, just more of a consulting type basis with my former partner, and I moved to New Jersey. I got married. It's been a year in May. Last year in May, thank you, man.
Congrats.
Last year I decided to start a business, and I said, you know what, I'm here in New Jersey. Let me do a little market research, see what's here, see if there's enough demand for it here. I know there's a lot of great cleaners. I know a few of them. Myself, I'm very good friends with a number of them, and I said, let me see if there's enough there for it. Well, it turns out there is. Our business is focused on things that are a little bit different than some of the other companies out there. I came from a franchising background, so I used to run a national franchise for a carpet cleaning, and I worked for a large restoration contractor for a number of years before I went on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I always love systems and structure and operational things. And I know those businesses focuses on development, marketing, promotion, PR. Of course, I didn't know any of those things when I went to business in 2005. I wish I had. I knew how to
Right.
run an operation. I knew how to systemize an operation, how to manage employees. Didn't know a thing about marketing. So I had take a home equity loan when I first started my first business. And to take a little backstory again, and it's a dumb thing to do, but I did it. The interest rate was much better than it would have been anywhere else, and I did it. And I was chewing through the money like it was free, something you really can't do. So I said, I better learn how to market this business
Right.
pretty quick. I know how to do it. I know how to be seen when I do the job. When I get in the home, I know I got them, but I got to get in the house. I got to get in the business. So I learned very quick and started studying 40 hours a week marketing because I have more time then because I wasn't doing as many jobs, understanding how to market and all this thing behind it. And I just grew addicted to it. To where 40 hours a week stayed that way for years. And I just did it at night till 2 in the morning, whatever it was, I got immersed into it and started becoming a student of it and applied
Right.
those principles into business. And that with the systems and structure background, operational background I had, it was a good match. So I already had certain strengths from other things and a lot of weaknesses on the development part from a marketing and standpoint. So I married those two, and over time have found a lot of correlations. Long story short, shooting into this, I found that there was a need, especially in the area I'm in, Ocean and Monmouth County in New Jersey here, predominantly known as the Jersey Shore. But there was a
Mm-hmm.
demand for it. There was a lack of what I saw as high quality services for what we did. What I wanted to do was not make it the most expensive. I didn't want to be the most expensive company. That wasn't about that. I wanted to make it affordable. I knew it wasn't going to be affordable to everybody because you can't possibly do that. But I wanted to make sure the level of service was up here and the price was here. Sort of like when you go to the grocery store, you have three
Right.
choices of products. You have one, two, three, A, B, and Z. A is the least expensive because I hate the word cheap, and C is the most
Yep.
expensive. And I knew I wanted to be B with C relationships, with C deliverables, so to speak. So I found that that was probably going to be the best thing to do, was use that. I had trademarked a term years ago called service without excuses. It's still actually licensed to my old company that I sold, and that is predominantly what the whole thing has been about. I wrote a book called Service Without Excuses, same thing. It's about delivering the level of service you say you're going to do every single time, and throwing the excuses out the door, because as I say, and I said to you before, people don't pay us for showing up. They don't pay us for hard work. They don't pay us for hard labor. They don't pay us for giving it our all. They
Yep.
pay us to give them a result. If that result happens to be simple and easy, or that result has to be complex and rough, whatever that is the result, is the deliverable. The deliverable, the better deliverable, the better your service and your reputation will be. What I've also focused on is reviews. I feel that reviews are the future. I feel we're in what's called referred to as a review society today. And you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved to New York, I didn't know anybody. I lived in Long Island at the time. And what I found was uh, I have to go on Yelp to figure out where to eat, where this is, where that was. Well, I'm getting advice from people I don't know. I probably never will know. I don't know anything about. They could be all completely wrong about where I'm going to go, but I'm taking their advice because they must know something. So
Right.
there's truth in reviews. Now, certainly, we use a company that certifies the reviews. They come from our clients. They are our people that we do work with. We can back up that they are our current customers. We know what we do. We manage the whole relationship with them. We give them a form to fill out on how they are, how they're happy with it, and that's how we determine level of success, is that combination of reviews and then referrals and things of that nature. So certainly both things have grown very fast. There's our company. Now we do offer different things. We offer more natural based, bio-based products. There are a lot of companies doing. I can tell you 2005, when I started doing that, nobody was doing outside California that I was aware of. Now it's become a mainstream thing, and I kind of felt it was because people were going to be more geared toward health conscious. Now, there's nothing really over the market for the most part you can buy today that's really that bad for you, because they couldn't sell it. You
Right.
can't sell it at Walmart, can't sell it at a Home Depot, can't sell it at these other places. So most of the products are relatively safe, but some are better for you than others. It's like I heard years ago, natural. Yes, natural is great, but rattlesnake bites and lightning strikes are natural, and they're not that great for you. So there are things that are not necessarily great for you that are all natural. However, if you buy products that are of higher grade, more plant and bio based, which has become more of a norm today, they are more expensive for us to purchase as a business owner, but we give them a much better value, and we give them results. I did a job
Right.
for yesterday. Long story short, customer didn't even want me to wear shoes in the house. Of course, we can't because of the liability. If something falls on our feet, breaks our feet, that's a liability. We can't wear booties. We do it in every single house. So I said, ma'am, I'll come in to inspect your house without our shoes on, but once I start doing work, or our crews are in there doing work, we gotta wear the booties. We'll certainly respect your home. So I knew she could be somebody that might be. I don't want to say the word difficult because that would be very unfair, but I knew she had certain stringent requirements she wanted us to be able to do, and she was very concerned with what was getting tracked. Her house was absolutely immaculate, so I understood. We took it off, our shoes off, which we don't like to do because we're working all day, but it was the first job of the day, so it
Right.
wasn't so bad. And we went in and did the job, and she asked if I could come through a window instead of tracking through her house because she had a newborn child. And she did not want us to go through the main part of the house, similar to what you have. So you don't want all that traffic. If I can go through the backside, the three bedrooms were back to back on the other side of the house. Would it be convenient? I says, not a problem. I'll work it. It's going to take me a little bit longer. No worries. Didn't complain. We did the job. We left. She gave us the most incredible review, has already referred me somebody, and gave me and the crew a tip at the end of the job. So we're specializing those customers because if this is what they want, we are responsible for making sure we give the deliverable to them. If I take on the job and I have no intention of
Right.
giving them what they're asking for, then I'm doing them a disservice. Doesn't mean I'm doing the actual cleaning of it wrong. It means I'm doing the service wrong for them. And that's what I think we're really about. That's what we formed New Jersey's Best Carpet and Tile, New Jersey's Best Services really all about was that.
Man, you have a lot of things going on, which is awesome, and the website's awesome, and I know you got a lot of great reviews, and my followers that are watching definitely need someone like you and your services. I have real estate agents that might have listings that need to have some cleaning beforehand. They might have to make it look the best that it can be. I have a lot of investors that are going into dumps to go in and have some cleaning done, which is great. Now, and you're using natural products, and you do carpets, and you do tile, and do you do it by? Shame on me. I tell everybody to put it on airplane mode so you don't get phone calls, and I just got two real quick. I with is it based off of how many rooms you do? Is that how you do your quoting, or is it the square footage? And is it same day that someone can come into their house after everything's clean and not have to worry about anything and just go on natural, normal daily
Yeah, pretty
days? You
much.
know?
So the carpet cleaning, rug cleaning, upholstery cleaning is used with natural products. The tile and grout cleaning is a bio-based product, but it's not. I can't call it all natural, but it's very safe. It can touch a wood floor. It can touch anything. It's fine. It's just really good at breaking down all the soil. So there is something. Some of the products we do use are not completely all natural for that reason, because we haven't found the natural product that really has hit the grind and really given them the results when it comes to tile and grout. Just a different surface. Yes, the answer to the question, that's the cleaning side of it. Yes, same day. We do utilize air movers into the room. So as soon as we get done with the room, an air mover or fan, you could call it, we call it an air mover, goes in front of the room and helps speed dry it. We advise clients on if they have air conditioning, the air conditioning will help because air conditioning exchanges air. It's not just to cool you off. It actually pulls moisture out of areas, which is good. Sometimes heat can do the same thing, but the coolness at this time of the year to lower the relative humidity is really good. They have fans on in their house. We'll turn them on when we're there with the customer's permission, client's permission rather. We'll find out what's best for their situation. If somebody says to us, listen, I have somebody moving into an apartment, and I need to get them in by tomorrow, then if we have that information at a time, we'll certainly try to bring extra air movers to speed dry. We'll take a few extra dry steps. We want to make sure we're delivering a good quality job. We can dry something very fast, and then it doesn't come out very good when it's dry. We want to make sure we're flushing the carpet. We have different tools for that. We have tools that, in the equivalency of a carpenter would have a finishing hammer, a little hammer to do trim and finishing work. That carpenter would also have a sledge type hammer to knock out a wall. Well, they wouldn't be the same hammer. So we have tools that are similar to a finishing hammer. That would be your regular carpet cleaning wand you would see when you go in. And then we have tools that are much like a sledgehammer, which are your power extraction wands, which actually deep flush them out and get them out. Depending on the situation, we make a determination. I'd say it's 60-40, 60% of the time we actually do use the flushing more method, the sledgehammer process. But there are plenty of times where we don't, Berber rugs and other things, or we get better results with the traditional wand and a cleaning chemistry. So it depends on whatever the client wants. And that's one of the things that a lot of independent guys have, like myself and other people around me. They have the ability to purchase tools that help give the customer a much better job because we're more involved into what gives the better deliverable than, say, a larger company, a larger chain. Will carry a lot more tools. They're not going to do that because the investment of it, number one, and the loss factor. They lose tools. I mean, this tool I'm talking about is $2,000. You lose a $2,000 tool. If a technician does that, you can't do anything but pray that they'll buy it back or write it off as a loss, because you can't force that employee to replace those tools. So they're not going to do that. They're not like mechanics that bring the tools to them to their job. These are your tools. So in a smaller company, in these companies,
Right.
we're going to have all those different options. Our trucks are full of them. Larger companies, and I could say from personal experience, have limited stuff that they have duplicated over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. repetitively delivering a result. And sometimes the result may be great, sometimes not so much. So I've been on both sides of it, I can say. And to make a long story short, people often ask me about the large franchises, the yellow trucks, green trucks, all the bigger companies. It doesn't make them wrong people. They bought a business. Actually, they paid more for your business than most independents do. So actually, you're a leg up. They spent more money to get their business
Right.
started for the most part. But it depends on the person coming to your house. If that person had a business or had been doing it for a number of years and said, heck with it, I don't want to have my own business anymore, we can all relate to that because there are times we all want to throw in the towel. It's too much. It's easier just to get a job. I'm not one of them. You're not one of them. But there are people out there that do that. If you get that person that happens to do that and be that person, you're going to get an awesome job done because they care about it. If you get a person that's been doing it for 2 weeks,
Right.
they can't even identify what carpet fiber they're cleaning. And carpet fiber is only 1/5 of all the services we offer. So if they don't understand what that is, they can't really service it well. You don't know what it is and how it's cleanable and what's there at the house. You can guess and say, well, they say in our corporate office or our company office, use solution A. Well, solution A might not be the best thing for that, giving the customer the best result. Therefore, you develop inconsistencies, and
Right.
that's the death of something. I said years ago, you can be consistently good, even consistently not so good or bad. Not that I'm condoning that because I'm not, but you can never, ever be inconsistent. Think about McDonald's. McDonald's, you get the
Right.
same hamburger every time. People buy it every day. Is it the best hamburger? No. They know it's not the best hamburger. They were aware of that from day one, but they know it's the same thing you're going to get. People love systemized results. So there is some traction in that. Just make sure your systemized results are giving the customer the best option that they're looking for. So
Right. Hey, if anyone's out there watching on the on the replay, if you have questions for Robert or myself, please put it in the comments below, and we'll definitely reach out to you when you do engage this Facebook Live. Now, Robert, is there any tips you would give, like 1 to 3 tips for someone to care for their rug or how to care for their wood floors or their tile? Anything that you can give little tips for those that are watching to help
sure.
them improve their carpet or tile before you get really involved with them?
Absolutely. So you want to look for products out there if you're going to use cleaning that are basically neutral or close to neutral. So everything is on a pH scale. The lowest end of the pH scale is acidic. The higher end of the pH scale is what's referred to as alkaline. The high is 14, the low is 0 or 1. Neutral would be, of course, 7 or 8. So you want to find a product that is more neutral based. If they don't provide that on the bottle, I would watch the bottle. I would do my research, due diligence online, look up the product you're interested in first and find out what that pH is. If that pH is too high and you don't flush it out correctly, you're going to have problems. If the pH is too low, you can cause other damage to the carpet, including permanent damage. So try to find neutral-based products that are out there. There are a lot of them in particular out there, but they change every day. Just find the ones that are safe and neutral. I'm going to give you an example. Now, I would not put Windex on a carpet. I would put Windex on the tile and grout to try and loosen it up or something on those lines. But Windex is basically almost neutral. Okay, so it's relatively safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because Windex is that way, you can use it on hard surfaces to clean it. Use a little brush, clean a little bit, scrub, fine. If you have to use something like that's a little bit stronger, a Dawn dish detergent on a grout area is not bad with a little grout brush. Do not buy an aggressive one. You can buy them at Home Depot, Lowe's. Any flooring store really has a brush generally, and you can flush it. Here's the key. Make sure you take towels, not necessarily like this, but a white towel, a white cloth or rag towel, and you're going to take and put just soft water on this area, just water from the thing, and you're going to rinse it off. You're going to wipe off whatever's left on there. You don't want any residue. The residue that's left on the grout itself will lead to a resoiling very quickly. Carpets are no different. So whatever you're using on it, if it's natural, if it's neutral, there's not going to be much residue left over, so you're going to be fine. If you happen to use something that has a little higher pH, just make sure you flush it out correctly or you wipe it out correctly because it will reattract. It's like putting 2 pieces of Velcro together and then expecting them not to bond. They're going to bond. So if you leave something that's high pH or it has it, it's going to want to stick like that Velcro. So that's key, is try and use that. Make sure you free rinse everything. Tile and grout, wood floors, there's a lot of great products out there. Products to stay the hell away from, for lack of better words, is your Mop and Glow. Not good. I'm not saying the Mop and Glow is bad, but the Mop and Glow with the soil that's left becomes very abrasive and ruins a floor. The wax buildup is bad enough in its own self, but when you mix it with soil, it's not coming off your floors without really sanding it. So you will destroy your wood floors
Oh,
with products that have that without proper rinsing. Not again, I'm not going to sit there and say it's a bad product. It's a bad product for the wrong situation. It has to be rinsed out afterwards. So any wax on the floor is not necessarily good unless you're getting the wax on. It's being used by a professional. It's already rinsed the floor. There's no residues, leftovers, nothing. Then a finish can work. On wood floors, there's a bunch of different finishes. Bruce makes a good finished product out there. Um, uh, Bona makes some good products.
James Harris says orange glow.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. So any of those high wax, they actually they're not so good for a wood floor. And James is an expert. He knows this stuff. James can do everything from he could sand that floor down to make it look brand new. So James knows. I mean, he knows what you've got to do. And in the sanding level, he loves it when people probably do that because it's not, you're not fixing it. You can't clean it. Even if I came in with a more aggressive cleaning agent, most of that, unless you really strip it out really, really good and you get lucky, you're sanding it. And that's a real crapshoot. So make sure when you're doing wood floors, you're using safe products that aren't leaving a residue on the floor. Again, those Bonas and stuff, they're usually pretty good. I don't doubt them, but the inexpensive stuff you see over the floor, not so much. Not so much.
Now, are you staying in Ocean County, Monmouth County, or do you have teams that go up north as well? Where is your focus so I can help you with those that are watching, and then I'll forward
Sure.
this live into a couple groups as
It's
well.
focused on Ocean and Monmouth. James is a guy I work with down here. He's a wonderful. If everybody was like James, I'd be a happy guy in our area. As I say to James, the people who do the job well are not my competition to me. It's the people that don't do the job well because there's a lot of people live here.
Right.
There's a 250,000 people in just this tiny little area of Brick, Lakewood, and Tom's River alone. So there's a lot of population just here. But there's only a handful of people that I've seen that really do it well. James is one of them. So it's that's the upswing is there are really good people around us that happen to understand it. James also has a construction background, so he understands those types of things. My market itself is strictly to cleaning. That's all I want to get involved with. I have, as we discussed
Hmm.
before, I have other business interests that occupy. I have no more free time. I wouldn't have more free time if I tried. I
Right.
have to give something up to make free time. Um, so it's focused on Ocean and Monmouth County. I do go into Middlesex slightly, but it's got to be within like a 5 minute bounce off of where that is. I did one in Middlesex yesterday, but it was just outside Monmouth County. Other than that, I just try to refer it to other people, including one of your colleagues there, Sheen. I would just referred her a job in, I want to say, Union County or Hudson County the other day.
Okay.
And customer called me, gave her a price, gave her everything, and then she gave me the address. And I said, I can't help you. It was actually it seemed like a decent price point for the job. So I called Sheena. I said, do you service this area? She says, absolutely. And I says, perfect. Here's the person. Here's her information. Call her up. She's ready to go. So I don't know whatever happened out of
That's awesome. That's why I
yeah.
do what I
So
do.
it's a
Yeah.
result of it. Just to give you an idea, that's one of the people you connected me with, and I was able to refer a job because I don't go there, and that's her territory up
Right.
there, in particular. So
Yeah. Everyone should know and focus on a certain area. Then, punt every once in a while and give it to somebody else, and they're going to do the same for you. And I live in abundance. You live in abundance. James is on. He lives in abundance. There's enough business for
absolutely,
everybody. It's our competition is ourselves. That's really our biggest thing. So it's something that if we get up, we're going to make money. If we don't, we're not going to make any money because we're hurting ourselves. So, no, I appreciate your time. I said I wanted to keep it short. We're at 23 minutes, which is great. And we'll do another live and talk about your
sure.
other business with your services that you're providing on that front as well. And I know you have other things you have to
Yeah.
take care of. I appreciate you, being involved. And if you can get to the next event, it should be on June 24th. It's a Monday. We're trying things different days, see if we get more people out. We're also going to try to do some stuff down in your neck of the woods
Okay.
as well. And I'll let you know when that comes up. If you can't get up here, we'll try to get down by you.
No, I'll do my best to get up
And
there. I will. I absolutely will.
because there's a lot of investors. And in the group itself, Connection Machine Group, definitely market yourself, and it'll help you grow exponentially with the people in that group. because there's real estate agents, other investors, other trade professionals that will possibly recommend your services because, they need that part of it. That's why I've been talking about getting more trades, electricians, plumbers, handymen, those that are doing flooring, the ones that are doing installation, demo people. Those are all kind of all centered around real estate. And we help more people, I believe, in that space. So I appreciate all that you've given us today. I hope, do you have any questions for me?
No, Sean, you've been awesome. I really think what you're offering people is a tremendous benefit to help connect with with people. I think connections are, you know how I feel, people I've learned from that are big connectors too as well. They are the most successful because they're most giving. They give way more than
Right.
they receive. You're one of them. And that process of giving before self um, is a recipe for success, in my opinion. You're going to give. You're going to do things for other people. You're going to do what's best for them, and in return, people will remember that. It's called the law of reciprocity. It's
Yep.
pretty common. Been around a long time. Brian Tracy talked about quite a bit of it. One of the foremost experts
Yep.
on it, and it is about that. And I like to think if we get a referral from somebody, that is the law of reciprocity in its best form, is being able to help that person grow their business and help them, you know, across the board. So I appreciate you spending the time with me
Exactly.
today to discuss a few things, and I'm happy to talk with anybody. I appreciate it.
Awesome. I have your number. I have the website, your contact information uh, in the top as far as the Facebook Live. So if anyone needs to reach out to you, if you want to snap a picture of your business card and put it in the comments on this live as well, and then share it into any of your groups that you might be involved in. I'll share it into a bunch of mine that are in that area. So maybe we can drum up some business for you as well.
Absolutely. Vice versa. Thank you so much, man.
Awesome, brother. Have yourself an awesome
You too,
day.
sir.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
time.
Bye.
All right, brother.
Take
Take
care.
care. All right, guys, there was another one. We got our 20th done. If you are involved in real estate, in investing, in a trade, and you want to get involved with doing a Facebook Live with the Connection Machine, always be connecting, making sure that you can take care of other people first. That's how we work. Call me, text me, message me, email me. Let's make it happen. Go to the website, connectionmachine.biz. Check out YouTube channel, Connection Machine. Become a subscriber. And we will be in contact tomorrow. We have another Facebook Live. Be ready, 1 o'clock. I'll start teasing so you know who that person will be. Will you want, or do you want to jump out of your comfort zone and get on a Facebook Live next week? Let me know. Talk to you later.